So welcome everybody to this class, which is going to be focused on the elements and the bodies, Panchamaya Kosha, the 5 bodies, which is a beautiful yogic map about all the different levels of who we are. So we're not just the physical body, we are also the energetic, the mental and emotional, and also the higher level of the mind or wisdom, and the level of bliss. And so today we're going to be looking at the physical body and how that really beautifully combines with the element of earth. So it's a very grounding practice, very stabilizing, very calming, and really regulates the nervous system. So let's just begin by closing our eyes, or if you prefer, just keeping them a little bit open is fine. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll just start to deepen the breath. And just simply deepening your breath and following as it goes down into the body as much as you can, following that, being aware of where the breath goes within the body. And so we know that the breath goes into the lungs, and the diaphragm is moving up and down as we breathe. We can feel our lungs and our rib cage expand with the inhalation, becoming smaller as we exhale. But you can also feel the energy of the breath, because the breath is both energy and oxygen. So see if you can breathe all the way down into the soles of your feet, all the way down into maybe the palms of the hands. And just focus on the soothing effect of that breath. Slowing the breath down, making it more easy, not struggling or straining. Just letting go of any effort and allowing the breath to really soothe and calm to begin our practice. We're going to open the class with some chanting of Om, but really connecting to this deep sound within. And so coming right into this, like the deep earth sound. So keep breathing, and on the next breath, we're going to take a deep inhalation and then making the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Good. And again, deep breath in. And again, deep breath in. And 3 more of those. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Just seeing if you can feel that leftover vibration of the chanting inside, the residue of sound within, all the cells tingling. What can you find and what can you feel? This feeling and this perceiving really brings us into the present moment. It anchors us, grounds us into the present moment. And so this is what we're going to be doing throughout the class, is really feeling, reconnecting to our bodies as much as we can. So let's lie down on our backs to begin with. And we're just going to lie down in Shavasana, so with the arms a little bit away from the body, with the palms facing up. I'm going to stay sitting, but I just invite you to lie down and relax. The feet can be as wide as your mat, and just make it comfortable. If you need to go a little wider or a little bit closer together, you can. And get really comfortable. Good. And now we're just going to focus on our breath. Again, so bring in that beautiful breath that you had at the beginning of the practice, when you're breathing all the way down into the soles of the feet, all the way into the palms of the hands, but without any effort. So this effortless approach to yoga, we're not striving, we're not pushing, we're just really embodying all of this beautiful qualities, the breath, the body, the earth. Feel the ground beneath you, feel how solid the ground is. And just for a moment, as you're breathing, start to see if you can feel the vibrations from the earth coming into the body. Because we are lying on this planet, on Mother Earth, that is pulsating with energy. And so the more fine we can perceive, the more closely we can look, we start to be able to feel the more fine vibrations of energy. And all the different sensations that are in our physical body. So just seeing if you can connect to that. And keep relaxing the physical body. And just breathe now gently. Start to soften the breath. And just allowing the breath to relax. A very natural breath, no strain. And we're just going to do a little meditation to begin, lying down on our backs. And so I'm going to read from the Radiant Sutras, which is a very poetic translation or interpretation of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So I want you to really feel these words as I read this verse 24 from this ancient text. It says, "The body is made of earth and gold, sky and stars, rivers and oceans, masquerading as muscle and bone. Every substance is here. Diamonds and silver, magical elixirs, ambrosia that gives visions, and herbs that nourish and heal. The foundation of the planet, a mortal magnetic iron, is circulating in the blood. Every element in you loves the other. The earth loves the rain. The sky loves the sun. The sun loves the space it shines through. And space loves everyone equally. In meditation, luxuriate in knowing this deep and simple truth. Every cell is an organ of sense, infused with greatness. So just breathing those words from this ancient text of Tantra into every cell, feeling every element within you, feeling the gold and the silver and the elixir. So this is a beautiful way of transfiguring this body into something that is magical and divine. So we're going to begin to deepen that breath again, and we're going to start to moving the fingers, stretching the toes, and just start to really feel the body as you're lying down. And I'm going to join you in this lying down position. I want you to make also some sound. And so as we're lying down, we're just starting to move, opening the hands, the fingers, any way that you want to, and then stretching the arms above the head. And if any sound comes out naturally, like just letting the sound come out. We're going to start to really just moving on the ground in an intuitive way, so that we can actually feel, rather than being told what to do and how to move, we can feel intuitively what feels right in our body. So any type of shape is possible. Any sound is possible. And now take a deep breath in. And just do a sigh. Sighing out any tension, any tightness that you can feel in the body. And again, deep breath in. Good. We're going to come onto our belly. So turning over, nice and slow. Rolling onto the front of the body and turning the head to the side. And just lying with our bodies completely on the earth. We're going to come into those lovely deep breaths again. And we're going to be focusing on this area, the area of the belly, and how it moves against the earth as you breathe. So as you inhale, the ribcage is coming out and expanding, and the belly is pressing into the earth. As you exhale, the belly is coming up away from the earth, and the ribcage is coming in. And I want you to try and really exhale all the breath out. So we're cleansing that stale residue of air that can stay in the lungs. And breathing in as deeply as you can. And so we're breathing against the earth. And now lift the head back to center and lifting up through into like a very gentle Salabasana with the feet down. See if you can still breathe and feel the activation of the muscles of the back. So it's a very excellent back strengthener. Now you can lift the hands and the feet if that's possible. If not, you can keep them down on the ground if it's too much. See if you can stay breathing, and if your breathing has stopped, then you can just relax. Good. And now turn the head to the other side and do 5 more deep breaths. Good, and coming back to center, bring the hands under the shoulders. So if our shoulders were down, the hands would be underneath. Spread the fingers and rise up through a gentle cobra. We're just seeing what feels right in our body, and then exhale and down. So as we come up, we're just listening really carefully, listening to our bodies, keeping the elbows in and the shoulders down, away from the ears. And when we've reached our limit, we exhale down. So there's no need to come up as high as me. If your edge is here, or maybe it's here, you find your own limit, your own edge. And in this way, we're really honoring the body. We're not forcing or hurting. Being kind to the body. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And now taking the hands a little bit further back, pushing against the ground and coming into a beautiful stretch of the back, opening the knees and bringing the head down. And breathing into all of those muscles in the back that have been strengthened and activated. Really walking the hands as far as you can forward. So you're having a really big stretch right down the spine. And it's really nice to breathe into this area of the back, which is where the kidneys, the adrenals, And we'll do something that can really help to massage and activate this area. So coming into cat-cow. We're going to be inhaling as we come up and exhaling down. And just doing a few more of those. 3 more rounds of inhaling up and exhaling down. And then we're going to be coming to a more intuitive kind of, like we were on the floor, just feeling that how the body wants to move, where it wants to go, giving the body that freedom to move any way it wants to. This is really important because a lot of us are afraid to move so freely. We're quite stiff and rigid in the fluidity of the body. We're also dissociated away from feeling into what our body wants. And so we're really building this kinesthetic intelligence, which is the ability to feel. And that's so important because the body is wise, the body holds wisdom. It will tell us when things are going out of balance. If we ignore those signs, then we get sick. So just start to play around a little bit of just seeing how your body wants to move, which kind of positions feel good, therapeutic, and which feel a little sensitive maybe. Yeah. You can lift the right arm up, right up, feeling that stretch, the armpit opening, the shoulder opening. Good. And placing it down. And the left hand up. The twisting of the spine also. Shoulder opening as well. Good. One more time. Inhale right up. And down. And left hand right up. And down. Good, and sinking onto the knees, bringing the hands onto the heart. And we'll just come back to our breath. So this beautiful breathing. And seeing what I love about the breath is when you can see how it goes all the way through the body and how it's nourishing the cells and how it's soothing and bringing life force and prana to every part of you, then we're more encouraged, we're more inspired to breathe. And this is what we want to build. So feeling that soothing breath, feeling the earth beneath you, sending energy into the body. We're going to do this beautiful honoring of the earth element. And so what we do is we reach forward a little bit further, like to the front of the mat, so that the hands are under the shoulders. And we'll take a breath in, looking forward. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our heart and our belly and our chin down to the earth at the same time, hopefully, more or less. And then inhale, we're going to come into that cobra that we were just doing. And then as you exhale, you're going to watch the hands and start to roll and round through the spine. Rolling up, opening, and inhaling. Exhale. So it's like one of those prostrations. It's like a prostration to the earth. Inhale. We're bringing our heart down to the earth, honoring the earth inside of us and beneath us. Inhale, rolling up. And like a wave, we go back and rounding, rolling up. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, down to the heart again. Inhale, reach. And as you place your hands on the earth, place them tenderly. It's like we are honoring the earth through our movements. We're saying thank you to the beauty of the earth, the energy of the earth, and how she feeds us every day. We're saying thank you for that energy within us, the earth element that grounds us, makes us feel stable and calm. So it's like a prayer, a moving prayer, honoring this element of the earth and the physical body. Let's just do a few more of this little sequence as it warms up all of the muscles. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands onto the heart and just taking a moment to feel the warmth inside from the practice. This is a calming and soothing and gentle practice today, honoring the element of earth. Good. And now coming forward, just stretching out the legs in downward facing dog. Stretching out the spine, pushing from the hands all the way back to the base of the spine, walking and stretching the hamstrings. We can take also the hips from side to side, again intuitively moving in the posture. It's a really beautiful way to know your body more. Good, and then let's come back to
Just lifting one leg up. Let's lift the right leg up. And we're going to bring it through. Placing the knee down on the floor, nice and gently. And we're just going to be here in this lunge. So we want a right angle in that front leg. And instead of rushing into the usual vinyasa, going quick and moving fast, we're going to really slow it down and have a look at what's going on in the body. Yeah. So here I'm tuning into the opening here that I'm feeling in the hips, the stretching down the front of the left hip of the psoas muscle. And I'm just moving a little bit from side to side rather than keeping still like this, yeah, which you can find in yoga. But this approach is actually a little bit more soft, maybe a little bit more intuitive, maybe a little bit more feminine. I'm just really able to take time and space to feel what's going on. Good. And then we're going to come back into Ardha Hanumanasana, which is the Sanskrit name for this shape. The leg is straight or bent. So if you feel like when it's straight, it's hurting, then you can bend the knee. You can place the back foot down on the ground. And maybe after a little bit of time, you can straighten the leg a tiny little bit more. But what we're doing is we're in every single shape that we're making or every different posture, we are looking into where is our edge? Yeah, where is the place that feels just right for our body? Because I want to honor the body. I want to be kind. I don't want to push or hurt. I want to open. And I want to form this trust within. So can I go a little bit deeper towards that leg? A little bit lower down. And now can I breathe deeply into this leg, wherever I'm feeling this stretch. I'm allowing my body to go soft, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, the face, the jaw. Good, and now changing into a strong and powerful lunge. So the earth element, like the warrior, is grounded, is stable, is powerful. And so we're going to be here to begin with. And just really feeling the strength of that shape, like the earth. Strong. And right hand down, we're going to lift the left hand as we're holding that shape, looking down to the floor. Left hand down, twisting the spine, keep looking down to the floor. Good, and again, right hand down, lifting the left hand up. And this time, if you feel balanced, you can start to turn the head and look up to the hand. Good. Left hand down, right hand up. This time, if you feel balanced, you can slowly turn your head and look up. Good. And take it back to downward facing dog. And if you're tired, you can come down and rest in child's pose. And now for
the left leg. Slowly, if you're in downward dog, you can bring the left leg up and through into lunge position, gently taking the knee down to the floor. And we'll come into this lunge where you can really feel this stretching of the psoas muscle. And the psoas muscle is actually holding on to a lot of memories, a lot of emotions, a lot of trauma. It's a very powerful muscle, very deep muscle. So I just want to bring our attention there and start to know our body, start to understand it a bit more. So we can communicate, we can listen carefully. I'm swaying from side to side. I'm just opening, feeling a really big opening in the hip. How do my hips feel? We're training our ability to feel more. As we've become disconnected from our bodies, and by going up into our heads a lot on the computer screen, on our phones, we're coming back into the body, back into the earth, and back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. So seeing if you can straighten this leg, breathing deep into the leg, and then seeing if you can come down towards the leg. So we're just looking at our own ability, where we can go. If that's too much, we can be up and we can have the leg bent. So whatever you're able to do, there's no goal in yoga. We're not trying to be the most flexible person in the world. We're just trying to be kind to our body and open the body, taking out any tense areas. Let's come back now into this powerful lunge and lift up and press your foot down into the earth. Straighten that back leg and press the toes down. So when we press down into the earth, we're able to lift up more. So here we are. And we're going to place the left hand down, keeping the head looking down, really stretching that right hand up. And then exhale down and lifting the left hand up. We're still looking down, feeling the groundedness. And then on this next one, if you feel able, turning the head and looking up. Good. And left hand looking up if you can. And if you can't, that's fine. Exhale down and back into downward facing dog, just for a few moments. And let's lift right up onto the toes, lifting the pelvis as high as you can. Just give your head a little bit of a shake. Take a deep breath in and sigh the breath out. Good. And come down onto the knees. And just take a moment to feel the blood coming back down into the body. So good. So it's like we're shaking the body up in yoga and the blood is going. Normally we'd just be this way, yeah. But when we turn it upside down and we keep going upright and then upside down, it's like we're shaking up and the toxins can be released and the blood can go to different places and it can all flow in a much more invigorated way. Good. So let's come now onto our bellies.
And we're going to keep the chin forward, backs of the hands on the ground. And we're going to come back into Salabasana. So we were doing this posture before, Salabasana. And then we were lifting the legs up and the arms. Take a few breaths here, maybe 3 breaths. Feel the back strengthening. And then reach the hands forward. And maybe just do a little pulsation, a little swimming action. Feeling the different muscles, how they're activated in the back. And then down. Resting for a few breaths. And we'll just do one more posture on our bellies, Dhanurasana, or bow pose, holding the ankles or the feet. And if this is a lot for you, you can just stay here, pulling the feet towards you and feeling the stretching of the front of the thighs or the quadriceps. If you're able to, just pulling up like we did before, but now we're holding the feet. And then we'll do this in stages, then we can go up a little bit higher. And down. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, deep breath in. Just letting the body totally relax on this last one as we take a deep breath in and sigh the breath out. Good. Hands under, rolling up through Cobra and back into Downward Facing Dog. Good. We're going to look to the hands, bend the knees a little, and then just take a step with the right foot, step with the left, and sit down. I'm going to come into Pachimultenasana, or a forward sitting fold. So let's begin with the hands just beside the hips like this. And we're going to take the flesh away from the sitting bones. And that gives us a better chance of moving forward. Yeah. So get that flesh out. And lift right up on the sitting bones so the spine's really nice and straight. And we're going to bring our feet like we're standing on a wall. Yeah, the wall is like that. And now we're going to inhale, lifting the hands right up as high as you can. And as you exhale, we're going to reach out. Reaching out and seeing if you can take hold of the sides of the feet. If you can't, the ankles or the shins will do. Yeah? So depending on the openness in the hamstrings, it depends where you can reach. And if you still feel tight, you can also bend the knees. That also helps to protect the lower back. Okay, so either knees bent or straight. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale slowly just down a little bit. And again, inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders down, exhale. And again, inhale, lift up, lengthen the spine, and exhale down.
And we're going to just very, very, very slowly just start to melt into this posture. Like feel like you're melting, you're not holding on to any tension, any tightness. You might feel the hamstrings are tight, but we're not going into any places of pain or discomfort. If it's too much, you can just come up a little bit higher. But we're going to stay here and relax as much as we can. Melting into the earth, dissolving. You can even let go of the breath if you want to, and just totally melt and be still. You're going to be here for a couple of minutes. We're just going to focus on the root chakra, which is at the base of the perineum, which is sitting right on the earth. So we're going to feel the earth, the energy of the earth coming into Muladhara chakra, the root, the base energy center. And feel this whole area of the perineum vibrating, or you might feel like a warmth, some gentle sensation in this area of the body. We're just going to bring all of our attention there and become very still for the last minute, coming into silence, stillness. Good, and slowly coming up. As you come up, lengthen the spine again. And just see if you can feel the really calming effects of Pachimultenasana. Just take a moment here to really enjoy that sensation of calm and peacefulness. And feel the root chakra, Muladhara chakra, the area of the perineum. Feel that warm, feel the sensations there. When we activate the element of earth within us, then it really helps with our vitality, our sense of security, stability, and groundedness. Good, and now let's bring the legs into this position, and we'll see if we can just reach forward and then step back. If you can't, just do whatever you need to come into this plank position. And drop the knees and the heart, belly, chin to the floor. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. And from here, we're just going to move the feet back and come back down onto the earth and roll over onto our backs. We'll bring the knees up
And just massage the back. And we're breathing down now into our pelvic bowl. We've just been working with Muladhara Chakra. Let's bring the legs up into Happy Baby. If you can't reach the feet, you can just put the hands on the knees and just have a little rock from side to side. See if you can relax in the area of the hips. If anything doesn't feel comfortable, then you can not do the posture. Good. Bring the feet together. And just breathing down into this area of openness in the pelvic bowl area, the hip region. Good. We're going to keep the right knee up, take the left leg down. Inhale, bringing the head up, and exhale, coming into a twist. And as the right knee comes in that direction, the head is turning to the opposite direction. The hand is out to the side. And we're just going to melt into the ground, releasing any tension, releasing any holding on. And we're coming to the end of our practice, so we're just going to be dissolving back into the earth. Good. Coming back up and changing the leg. Lifting the head up. And rolling down. Looking to the left hand. You might hear some clicks in the spine. This is normal. Popping kind of sounds. And see if you can fully relax into this posture. Breathing into the belly, nice and gentle, massaging all the internal organs with your breath. Good. And coming up. And just a little rock to finish before we go into Shavasana. And so as we go in, we just open up again. Just make any adjustments that you need to. Feet as wide as the mat and the hands turning up to the sky. If that just feels a little bit like exposed, you can also have the hands on your belly if you want, wherever you feel most comfortable. And what we're going to do in Shavasana, and I'm going to leave you to really enjoy this position for as long as you want. But the focus is going to be on deep relaxation of the entire body. Feel like you're melting and dissolving back into the earth. And you're really being kind, honoring the body and all of the movements that you've done so far. Saying thank you to the body for being able to do all of those movements and making an effort today to do something that's really good for us, really healthy. And one way that you can deepen into this posture is by taking a breath in and exhale. As you sigh the breath out, feel like you're just completely letting go. And again, deep breath in. Exhale. Letting go of any tension, any holding on that might still be inside. And last time, deep breath in. Just staying here for as long as you want. Enjoy this deep relaxation of Shavasana.